All right, what is up, guys? It is Logan and Joe here from a great sports podcast coming at you with a brand new episode. Today is episode 8. Super excited. Eight's my favorite number, so it's going to be a good show. But first, we're going to start off with a new segment. It is What's New, and it's going to be about sports cards or life in general. So, Joe, let's get it started. What's new with you?
So recently, I started a new side PC. Obviously, I still have the Mickey PC, but I got a Laurinaitis PC going now. 2012 Prism Red die cut. Sage hit black autograph, hand numbered to 400. Game worn jersey swatch from Ohio State,
Back
and
when collegiate stuff was game worn.
uh, and that's an elite gold die cut, numbered to 24.
That's
And
sweet.
I have an 8x10 coming in the mail that's autographed and is scripted too, so that's sick.
Mm.
Then the other new thing is this Michael Thomas cracked ice season ticket, numbered to 23.
That you paid like $7 for.
Yeah, taxes and shipping included,
Yeah.
$7. I won it on an eBay auction for $2.
Yeah. Crazy.
So that fits in the Ohio State cracked ice PC.
Yes, sir.
I missed out on a Zeke the other night. It was an autographed Beckett 9.5 rookie cracked ice
Mm.
ticket, and I was not happy that I lost that, but it resides in a collection somewhere, so maybe I'll see it again someday.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's new with you?
So me and my wife did a box battle for YouTube yesterday. With Bowman Chrome Sapphire. By far the best product this year, I think. Um, Outside of Donner's football will forever and always be my favorite. But I've never been teased as hard as I was teased yesterday.
What
So
happened?
they have Sapphire Selections is like an insert, and you can get autos and all that. So there's 3 Buckeyes in it, and I get to my auto pack and I'm scrolling down and it says Sapphire Selections and it's a Buckeye helmet. I'm like, oh my god, I did it! I hit a Marv Gold Sapphire auto to 50 from Sapphire Selections. It's Kyle McCord.
Syracuse franchise QB.
Rough, rough. Other than that, gotten a lot of graded stuff back recently. I've had 2 massive PSA subs come back or pop. One just came back. Shout out to Clay Cards, and then there is another big one that's coming soon that I have like 90 cards in, and 12 of my 16 CJ Stroud's PSA 10. And they're not like base CJs. Mosaics to 50, mosaics to 75, stained glass, micro mosaics, blue reactives, a 101. So pretty excited. I actually just got this 101 back. Um, so I think I showed you this. I bought the Inception foil fractor 101 auto. That was in an authentic PSA 10. I cracked it and I sent it to BGS. BGS 9.5 with the 10 auto. So the Stroud PC is getting humongous, and it is rivalry. I don't even know how to say that word, but it's going toe to toe with my Jarvis PC right now.
That's certainly
It's
not a bad thing,
getting pretty
especially by next
getting pretty
summer.
big.
So
Yeah, it's getting pretty big. Look forward to the national and everybody being able to stop by and see a showcase full of CJ Stroud stuff.
So, speaking of CJ Stroud, he will be in the new President Football release, which has been delayed by Panini.
Shocker. For the people listening on Spotify, as you can tell, that was complete sarcasm. I'm not shocked at any point in this of Panini pushing back release dates anymore. It's common anymore.
I
But
thought,
yeah, so
go
what
ahead.
were you saying? Sorry.
I
You're
thought
good.
for sure that they would try to have it out the door by Christmas, but
Nope. I knew they wouldn't. Nope. January 3rd is the new release date, I think, unless it's been pushed back again, which again wouldn't shock me. So
to my knowledge, it has not been pushed back further, only to that date.
okay, thank goodness.
So did you end up ripping that entire case of Bone Chrome Sapphire?
I have 2 boxes left for Christmas, but when I say it's the best product I've ripped all year, it's the best product I've ripped all year. And I don't rip a ton, so it's not really saying much, but like um it rivals Donruss for me. I mean, I've hit some really really cool stuff. Um I'm not going to share what I hit on the YouTube video because I want everybody to be able to see that and watch that. But I hit a Caleb Williams gold sapphire selections auto. Um, I hit a hopeful future Buckeye orange sapphire auto and Cam Ward, and hit a Carson Beck black sapphire auto to 10. That's just that was out of the first three of 4 boxes that we had ripped, and then we did a box battle on YouTube with the other 4. That the autos weren't as good as the first 4 boxes, but still not bad. I just hate hitting these Michigan bums, man. It's
What's the price
unfortunate.
point for one of those boxes?
Topps was selling them on their website for 150.
It's not terrible.
After taxes for a full case, it was like 1582, and I got it Tuesday, I think. No, yesterday. Yesterday, Ryan got his Tuesday. Yeah,
That's
I've
not
been
bad at all.
talking. I talked to Ryan. He's ripped a ton.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
So there's been some stolen one of ones from Topps and Panini.
Yeah,
They
the
ended up,
Bowman Draft Supers and then the Hollow Heroes one-on-ones from Panini.
yep, they ended up on DF Card Sharks eBay page. Supposedly they were set aside, or at least the Topps ones were. I don't know. I'm not super knowledgeable about the Panini ones, but the Topps ones were set aside due to lamination issues, and then somehow they got taken from that spot and out of the factory, and now they've ended up on that eBay page. So I figured this is too big not to bring up on the podcast.
Yeah, so from what I read from like the tweet from Fanatics, there's an easy way to tell the fakes from the real ones. The 101 stamp is on the front of the real ones, and they stamped the fake ones on the back.
It makes sense. And Fanatics did also announce that everybody that bought off of
The
that
fake
eBay
one.
page will be
Yep,
compensated. So,
which is awesome.
yeah.
I
So
wonder if that's like you get to keep the card and you get your money back or what type thing.
personally,
I would
I
ass-
hope
I would
that they have to
assume
send the
just the
card
money.
back because I don't think it'll be good to have those out in the wild. My
Correct.
personal opinion.
I think they would want the card back. So and just give them their money back. They'll pay you like upon receiving or something.
So world class handling by Fanatics. They were upfront with the what happened, and then they took action quickly to let people know and get this thing, try to catch it up front as much as they could. So outstanding job by Topps and Fanatics to get this handled. And
Yeah, that's one thing. Tops and Fanatics has been super good at recently is nipping all their problems in the butt immediately and getting a quick solution out. Um, which everybody's going to mess up. I mean, Panini messes up all the time. They don't do any of this. So, I mean, like, they still haven't said anything about the Hollow Hero 101s. So, I mean, who knows exactly what they're going to say or what they're going to do. So, who knows at this point?
yeah. So inscriptions on sports cards is becoming it's I don't really know how it happened, how it started before. I don't know if it was like these companies nudging these athletes to put inscriptions on these cards, but it definitely seems now that these athletes are more willing to put inscriptions on these cards. Like this is a Casey Mize Bowman draft prime signatures number 225. It's an orange, and he wrote "Go Tigers" on it. I don't know if all 25 have them like that, but I know this one does. And this one's super.
Yes. So, I'm a huge fan. I used to chase autographs for a living and, when I was younger. Not really for a living because I obviously was in school still, but my dad did it for a living. And inscriptions was always one of the coolest things you could try to get on an item, just because it makes it more personal. Um, I don't think any companies like really pushing their athletes to do it. I think the athletes themselves are doing it because if you really think Panini just sends them the cards and says sign here. That's it. So like they'll have a rep beside them or somebody to watch them, but like sometimes I don't even think they do that. They just send the athletes the cards and say sign here. Like one person that does it obviously is a lot of people saw the Jalen Suggs Panini one, the Disney one, but another guy who collects cards, and I don't think he collects his own stuff, but I have bought a card off of him recently. Memphis Grizzlies guard Jake LaRavia. He inscribes a lot of his cards. Like I think in Flawless he's inscribing something with Ryan, like CC2 or something.
Hmm.
But he's also like he inscribed a gold um with Go to Nash cards. So I mean it's something super, super cool that athletes are doing now. Um and especially like you didn't really see it very often. Let me see if I can find I have here, I'll just pull it up on my phone. I have a Jarvis Landry um auto from I think it's Upper Deck SPX. And I've seen more of these to 50 pop up, and he only inscribed certain stickers. But he inscribed this one with Go LSU Tigers.
Hmm.
And it's the only one I've seen in blue that has ever popped up that's been inscribed. So I think it's super cool that these athletes are doing it now. Especially like I know they do it more so on memorabilia, but to see it now on cards is something super, super cool in my honest opinion. Because it makes the card more personal to the player and the person that PCs that player. So huge fan.
I 100% agree. I have a Miguel Cabrera Topps 5-star, and it's not just a regular autograph. He inscribed Miggy on it, so he has his autograph and Miggy below it. Um, and that's the only light, to my knowledge, is the only licensed inscription of Miggy that he has in a Tigers uniform. So that one is very, very cool, and that And I don't do a lot of Miggy's later stuff, but like that I had to have because of the Miggy on it. Because that's basically what I've been calling it my whole life is Miggy. So from a collecting standpoint, 100% the inscriptions make it way cooler. And
Agreed.
that Jalen Suggs is sick because you look at it and you get instant nostalgia from anybody that grew up around when we did, and the
With
intros
Disney.
before the shows. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
absolutely sick. For those that are listening on Spotify, Logan just did the Mickey Mouse ears for Disney.
So I found it in my stack, but
There you
there it
go.
is.
That's freaking sick.
Go LSU Tigers. It's the only card I've ever seen him inscribed. So
And then we saw the Fanatics video where Christian McCaffrey was signing a row of hats, and he got to a USC hat, and he's like, "What is this? I'm not signing this." And then he proceeded to write a bunch of different stuff on it. See, he wrote Stanford 41, USC 22 from the championship game. He wrote CMC 461 all-purpose yards, receiving touchdown, rush touchdown, touchdown pass, and then put a big circle around the logo with a line through it, and then signed it. So
yeah,
that's
I've been
extremely
seeing Fanatics is doing a will they sign it with their athletes, and they were handing like they did it with Brock Purdy. I think he was the first one they were handing him footballs, and then they gave him a frying pan. And he's like, "Do you guys really want me to sign this?" Nobody said anything. He said, "Okay," signed it and said, "Chef Purdy," and handed it back. Um, it's something super cool that I think like it's like what Fanatics is doing with anything in general at this point in time is something we've never seen before, and I think they're doing a very good job with everything because like something like that you don't get to see a athlete's goofy side very often, other than like the NFL mic'd up and stuff like that, because usually they're all about business. So it's super cool.
Agreed. Speaking of something that's super cool, Bowman Draft has Tom Brady autographs in it. Um, it's I forget what
They
it's
are expensive,
very, very
even as
expensive.
base cards.
Yeah. I saw a base sale on eBay for $1,000, a refractor sale for 1,300, and an orange autograph sale for 21,200.
Yeah.
So, and there is a 500K bounty on a specific gold that has, if baseball does not work out, there's always football. Another
Yep.
inscription.
The jersey numbered 12 of 50.
Yep. So that's extremely cool. Not for me, but I mean, creating that attention that they did with that is huge, and
Yeah.
an all-time commercial to promote it too. All time.
Agreed. That commercial was amazing. And now they're doing like stuff with Bill Belichick.
I saw that. Turn back the clock.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. It's different for sure. But yeah, like if I hit that in like inscription Brady 12 of 50 or whatever, I'm not even grading it. I am contacting that person immediately, getting my cash and buying a house.
Can't say I blame you.
Yeah, there's no
That's
other. I
five
don't
times
think there's
more
any
what
other
my house
option.
is worth.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other option.
Yeah.
You do that and buy a house, buy a car, do something.
So we got some questions to get into. Before we do that, shout out to Pine State Cards and Twisted Card Pools for their Game Worn Wednesday post a couple weeks ago. Wasn't able to get to it last episode as I was distracted talking to Luke, Bleecker Street Cards. So my apologies for not getting to that last week, but there's your shout outs this week, a week late.
All good.
So
I
I'll let
know.
you go first with the question that your wife asked.
Yeah, you're good. I know Pine State and Twisted Card Pool, or Pine State more than Twisted Card Pools, I think. But Pine State's a good dude. Used to be in all of Ryan's whatnots when I would run them, and was super fun to talk to and everything. So shout out to him, and shout out to Twisted Card Pools. I've had conversations with him too. So my wife asked, Sapphire Bowman University, are you selling while it's hot or holding until the draft? And I'll let you start.
Okay, so I have none of it. I've ripped none of it. So I'll speak hypothetical. All right, I'm opening a box and I pull Maserati Marv. That one's staying with me. Everything else, it can go. And if it's a Buckeye Super, I'm going to sell it to you so you can sell it to Ryan.
Nah, he bought a. I won't spoil it for anybody, but he bought a really big super auto the other day, and I was also in play for it, and then but I didn't realize he was also bidding. Like we were like it was on Instagram. I didn't realize we were like bidding each other up until I was told, "Hey, Card Collector 2 offered this." So I texted Ryan and I was like, "Come on, man." And then we just had like a fun little conversation. Little to say, he ended up with it. So I'm looking forward to that one being posted soon, hopefully. That way you guys will all know what it is. But he's got a really big one that coming in that I was kind enough to let him have it, as he's got one of the best Buckeye PCs in the entire world and is probably one of my biggest supporters in this industry. So um, I couldn't pay him back enough for everything that he's done for me. So here's a little start, even though I bid him up $50, I guess.
So what's your response? Since you actually have ripped some and you own some.
Um, I guess it depends. If it's somebody I believe in for next season, I'll hold it. But probably what's best is selling them now, buying back, and then selling at the draft. That's my thinking. But like my Buckeyes, I'm keeping all of them. I actually, so not a lot of people know this because I don't really talk a lot about the Buckeyes because a lot of people don't want to hear that. But my favorite Buckeye, even over Marv, it's just the player and like the legacy he has at Ohio State, playing 5 different positions before he actually like settled in and is probably one of the nation's best at his position, is Cade Stover. I love Cade Stover. I actually, on eBay, his jersey number black sapphire auto popped up. It's 8 of 10. I bought it immediately, and then an orange sapphire popped up, 10 of 25 auto, and I bought it. I think I'm gonna try to do the rainbow. It's his only autos in Bowman Chrome U. He didn't have any in hobby, and so he only has them in sapphire. So, and then he has the like on it NIL stuff, but
Yeah, that's
he
super
won't
cool.
have another one until he's a rookie. And don't, I don't know if he's leaving this year or if he can come back, but I'd assume he'll probably be a day 2 pick, second, third round pick. Um, I think he's going to make a really good I think he's going to make a team really happy in the NFL as a tight end because even at anything, at worst he can be a really, really good fullback for a team that runs like a pro style type offense.
So my favorite all-time Buckeye is Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh
Him,
yeah, my favorite's Braxton, but like my favorite Buckeye right now is Cade. Um, Cade and Marv, obviously, but I really like me some Cade Stover. So
yeah, I love Buckeyes. For a long time I didn't collect them because I would get their cards and I would just get tired of them and want to move them. But I had to be more specific. That's why I had this cracked ice stuff. I like the cracked ice tickets. They don't even have to be autographed. I think Ryan has all of those anyway. Um, but I like the regular tickets that are the cracked ices. That's really fun for me to collect. Like this one is a jersey number, Michael Thomas. I paid more than $2 for that one. I have a Chase Young. Oh, Chase Young cracked ice. My bad for dropping it and probably busting some eardrums.
I don't think I didn't hear it, so I think
Okay.
it may have been too loud to register.
All right. We'll take it. This is a Bosa Brothers cracked ice. I have a couple Zeeks. I have a Legacy or no Campus Legends cracked ice. This one's sick. I absolutely love this one. The cracked ice effect on this one is so much better than the other ones. And then I have a jersey number cracked ice, same year as the Thomas I just got.
Yeah, so like my favorite Buckeye is Braxton, but I've also known Braxton for a while. I used to actually like train and work out with him at Enhance U in Huber Heights. So in the Dayton area. So we had the same trainer for a little while.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But like
Oh my God.
I love Marv, man. Like one of the recent cards that I actually got in the one of the big PSA subs was his on it auto, and it gemmed up.
Nice.
So super
Nice.
cool in there. I don't think I can sell it anymore now. I planned on it, but I just don't think there's any way I will sell that at all now. So, but yes, some really, really cool stuff. Love my Buckeyes, but right now it's my two favorite are probably leaving. So gotta hurry up and find another.
Well, Marv might stay another year.
I don't think so. It's
I
just
I'm hoping he does. I hope that deal is enough to convince him to stay. So
that'd be interesting. But
that would be,
all right,
yeah, that's a good word for it.
yeah. So last question here by Twisted Card Pulls. Start bench cut. Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, or Jake Browning.
Starting Jake Browning. I'm benching Justin Herbert and I'm cutting Jordan Love. Bengals
There's
by
only
4.
one. There's only one right answer, and it's start Herbert, bench Jordan Love, and cut Jake Browning,
Oh,
and then watch Jake Browning come back, beat your team, and then tell you that you should have never freaking cut him. But yeah, I think like don't get me wrong, I think Jake Browning's like it's a super cool story, but honestly, like the only right options is Justin Herbert, Jordan Love. Start Herbert, bench Love, cut Browning.
I said what I said, and I have no regrets.
You're also a Bengals fan, so that helps out too.
Um, that does it for our notes. Anything else you wanted to cover? We got some time left.
Um, some really big football to be played in the AFC soon. I think there's 8 or 9. How many playoff spots are there? 6? 8?
I have no
I
idea.
don't remember. I think there's like 12 teams, 12 or 15 teams somewhere in there in contention for a playoff spot still in the AFC. And then you go to the NFC, and there's only 4 teams with a winning record.
Yeah, but two of
The
those teams
AFC
are the
is a
Eagles and the Niners.
slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse.
Is that
I
why the Eagles
honestly
record is so
think it's
good?
like anybody, whoever gets hot in the AFC can go to the Super Bowl. But I don't know if anybody's beating the 49ers.
We got Ravens 49ers on Christmas night. That's going to be a really good football game.
Yeah, I just don't think everybody's thinking that like that's a preview of the Super Bowl. I just don't think the Ravens like will be able to do it. I just don't really think they're that good.
Lamar's different in the playoffs. I don't think that they're going to go.
Like their record looks good, but I just don't think they're that good.
I don't
That's
either.
just me. But you got anything else you want to add before we sign off here?
Um Shout out to the boys over at Card Talk and 1:37 p.m. You guys have been a big part of my life for the past 4 years. Every Wednesday, hopping in my car on the way to work, whether when it was driving 40 minutes, 20 minutes, or 25 minutes, whatever. I every Wednesday, I would have Car Talk on. So shout out to everyone over there that made that happen, and we appreciate you and what you've done for the hobby, and you will be greatly missed.
Shout out Lou, Tyler, and Ryan. Gonna I'm gonna miss messing with Lou, or I can still do it about his pineapple bubble mailers, but I'll never forget when I made card talk, like when I made play of the week, and I was able to put that on live with his pineapple bubble mailers. So yeah, definitely an end of an era that it's uh something I didn't really get into much until like a couple years ago, when I actually found out honestly who Ryan was. Before I actually like went to like work for him, I had no idea who he was, what he was doing, and that he was this big sensation. Just thought he was another guy that had a really cool card shop. So, but yeah, shout out to them. And it's going to be different without that listen to that podcast every Wednesday.
Absolutely. All right. I think that's a wrap on episode number 8. So thank you to everybody that was listening on Spotify or tuned in to YouTube on Logan's channel. A great sports cards. And make sure you check out his box battle with his wife on Bowman Chrome Sapphire. And I'm sure there's going to be more Bowman Chrome Sapphire uploaded. So make sure you check that out. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.